My relationship with my instrument and my music, my art, it definitely changed. It begged the question, what is my why? Because, you know, when you're going through that massive kind of shift, I found myself asking that, what is my why? What am I doing? You know, how am I gonna get through? How am I gonna survive? Stillness is the gift that the pandemic gave to me. You know, I'm born and raised in the Bronx in New York City. At the age of 13, I moved to a whole new country with my family. We moved to Santiago, Chile. Since childhood, I've always been running. I've always been running, be it with my family, be it to a rehearsal, be it to many different places. And I realized maybe mid-April, when the reality started to set in, like, okay, this is a massive pandemic, this is not going away, this is definitely gonna change everything. I quickly realized, my gosh, I can't remember the last time I had a week off or a day off. If you're performing, if you're teaching, if you're trying to have a personal life, it's quite rare, actually, when you get a chance to sit down and just reflect on what happened in any given day, or you know, sit outside, enjoy nature. I really began to understand how important that stillness is. And you know, we can read about all the things we should be doing, or you know, what new technique we should be applying to our personal lives to better, like productivity hacks or things like that. But it isn't until you truly have to sit down and be still, it isn't until then that you start to really understand and appreciate that luxury. Because I was then able to not only give myself time to process everything that was happening, I also gave myself time to understand that it's okay to feel frustrated, to feel limited, to feel nostalgic for pre-pandemic time. The shock of losing our identity. Because many times, and this is something that I learned, was that yes, I am a violinist, but I am a human first. I am Aurora first. I'm a musician second. Not to say that I don't enjoy being an instrumentalist or a violinist or musician, what have you. I do, but we are more than just our instrument. And it's okay, and again, this is another lesson I learned, it's okay to want to do other things at times. It's okay to put the instrument aside, because if we do not care for ourselves first, then who will? I started going through my to-do list, and I noticed that there's a specific topic that I had been dying to dive into, and that is the world of blockchain technologies. I am a huge tech nerd, and I love anything that is related to finding problems and fixing them, or taking currently existing models and making them better. And I had been aware of blockchain technology since 2015, and I was fascinated at what this technology had to offer. I couldn't help but think of the possibilities that are out there specifically to assist the classical music world with adapting to these new technologies and such. So long story short, fast forward several months, I started connecting with several colleagues from all over the world, and they were also talking about blockchain. So I had done my research and I got super involved, went down several YouTube and Reddit rabbit holes. And I remember asking questions like, hey, how can classical musicians use this technology? How can we help out, you know, like audiences or orchestras? Because like we were facing this problem. We're like, okay, we can't play in person right now. So how can we help get our musicians paid, help get our message out there, help amplify our voices? Well, let's go to blockchain. So I talked to several developers, talked and learned. I've been in a space of constant learning and researching, and I started diving deep into several conversations with people that are involved in, for example, the metaverse, in terms of like Sandbox, for example, is an application where you can live in this virtual world and create you know, objects and skins and digital items, if you will. And I was thinking, hey, why not put together a virtual concert with AR, augmented reality, and then perhaps create a concert hall within this decentralized metaverse where, you know, we can usher in a whole new community and introduce them to classical music. Hey, why not?